Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Pearl. In the last part we started doing a bit more of the quest. We didn't really get much done, if I'm being honest. Sorry about that, but we got the first proper route, which is kinda cool. Oh yeah, and Wally. We met that guy, so expect him to show up again. So of course, because it's a Pokemon game, at some point we're going to have to enter a wood, and I guess Emerald gets its wooded area done pretty early, really. I mean, it's not that early compared to the first generation. In fact, it's pretty much the exact same point as in the first generation, but you know, whatever, it's kind of cool. So, for the fans of bug Pokemon out there, you gotta be ecstatic. I mean, I know I'm a fan of bug Pokemon as well, but I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not as big or as kind of good as Viridian Forest. I mean, it's never gonna be, that's such a classic forest. I mean, yeah, that's one thing about the Pokemon games. That's the thing, because everyone always has their own nostalgia about the Pokemon games, so there's always a massive bias towards like the first one you played when you were younger. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would say the third generation is the best, or I mean, most people would say the first or the second is the best, but really, it's whatever one you played first. I mean, you can try to be as objective as possible, and I would probably say, being objective, that the second generation is probably better, mainly because there's 16 badges in that one. But yeah, I guess some people would say this one's better, but because you always compare to whatever the best generation or the first generation that you played, and that's why Pokemon games, they kind of get an unfair advantage every new one that comes out, So unless they completely reinvent it, then they're never going to win. But in case you're wondering what I did there, I left and went to go heal at the Pokemon Center. Thanks to the running shoes, it's never been easier to heal your Pokemon whenever you want. I'm always one of these guys that, oh, I've done one battle, better go heal. And now that I have the running shoes, I think this is the first generation with them, can't quite remember. I can't remember the second generation having any running shoes, but I don't know. I don't think they did. But enough of me talking about shoes. What's going on here? Some guy in uniform is around us. And it's Team Aqua apparently. See, Team Aqua and Team Rocket and these sort of people, they're giving bad raps to the uniform wearers. If you're wearing a uniform, this game teaches us you're probably a criminal scum or a bad doer or a piece of dirt or someone that's going to attack you and make you fight. So, yeah. They should really cut it out. They shouldn't have uniforms. Maybe a badge, but then again, they would be, giving a bad name to badge wearers, and that's that's a big community. You don't want to piss off the badge wearers. They're big guys. But now I'm just rambling. So, yeah, this battle is kind of out of the blue. Usually, when you're going up against the big evil team people, their goons will just be easy battles, just to, as a distraction, just for something different to do. But you come to this guy and he only has one Pokemon, but it's level 9, and I guess you wouldn't have any problems with it if you just used your starter. I mean, your starter should be level 9, level 8 around this point, and even if it's not that high, it should still be okay against the Poochyena, because Poochyena is a pretty rubbish Pokemon. Well, when you're fighting AI, they're pretty rubbish. I think they're actually pretty decent once they evolve, So we did that, but yeah, Gummy actually did hold its own, which is kind of cool. But yeah, we saved this guy, we helped out. Again, another case of you're just this whole game, as I mentioned in the first part, this whole game can be summarised by I'm just kind of a nice guy, so I get forced to do all this stuff. I mean, that guy was being attacked, and we didn't even do anything. We just got involved. Team Aqua just came up and just said, because that guy was hiding behind us, he then attacked us. I mean, we wanted nothing to do with it, maybe. But yeah, then we defended that guy, just because we were a decent bloke and we were defending ourselves, and now we're like the saviour and well good, That's the interesting thing about silent protagonists, that you can never really know what they're thinking. Or they don't have a character, really. The character is whatever everyone tells you are. So here's a new Pokemon, another one that I believe you can catch in this forest while you're here. Nincada. I'm guessing I'm saying that right. Seems pretty decent. I wouldn't I mean, if you like the look of the Pokemon, I think it's a cool Pokemon, then by all means go for it. Not really sure what it evolves into. I should probably look it up. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now, you know, just to be sure. Because I know that it probably will evolve, and if I say it definitely doesn't evolve, then it definitely will evolve. And yeah, this guy has 2 of them, both level 6, so we got time. Let's have a look. Thank you, Google. This part is brought to you by Google. Because nobody thinks anymore. Yeah, it seems like it does evolve. Yeah, to Ninjask. I think I'm saying that right, but yeah, bug ground type. So if you want something that can learn ground type moves this early on, or you think that'd be useful, then by all means. I mean, it seems pretty decent. I just think it looks a bit weird, you know. I'm just not into that. Like I've mentioned in my other LPs, the trick to Pokemon is what they look like, not like... I should start again. What Pokemon you pick isn't just about how good they are. I mean, with some people it probably is, but I think a lot of the time as well, people pick Pokemon because they like the look of them and how cool they are, and what, you know, not just because of how good they are. I'm sure, like, it would make more sense, you know, most squads that people pick aren't the best squads. It's just because they like that Pokemon. It's just a cool Pokemon to have. I'm sure there is a more objective squad that is definitely like the best squad to have in every Pokemon game, but I don't know, that would kind of take out all the fun. So there's a house, and I was like, I should go in that house. I read the sign, Pretty Petal Flower Shop. I thought, not for me, okay? I picked the boy character, that's not for me. You know, I'm just gonna leave that one alone. It's not anything I'm interested in, okay? I'm just gonna take my Mudkip and leave. So we got another route. We got Rich Boy Winston, who has a Zigzagoon. Surely he could have like brought something a little better, you know. Could have brought a Magikarp. I hear they're expensive and fun and kind of cool. I can't really. Yeah, you can buy a Magikarp in the 1st generation, I want to say. I think. I can't really remember. I should stop referencing stuff I don't know that much about or remember about. So. But yeah, another standard battle. Again, you can see why I speed these battles up. I mean, we fought quite a few Zigzagoons now, and you actually do get a lot more money from this guy because he's a rich boy. You get 1,400 Poké-Dollars. Which you get a lot less from everyone else. So, you know, I'm glad that rich boy is flashing his cash. You could say in a very real way, we mugged him, because we came up to him, attacked him, and took his money. So it does seem like, you know, if we had a gun and said hold him up and then he gave us the money and then we shot his Pokemon, that would have pretty much had the same effect. Assuming the Pokemon, you know, is okay, I don't know. So there's another Pokemon, Lotad. Kinda cool Pokemon. I'm not sure where you can really catch it. I think it does seem pretty cool though. I do like him, you know. It's water type, so I'm a bit biased obviously, but yeah, it is pretty cool. I do like it. One thing you should probably note at this point, if you look at all the Pokemon and the range of Pokemon, or what Pokemon you can catch, you should probably already be able to guess what the first gym's gonna be. You know, they always kind of do that in the games. It's kind of less subtle as you go on, or they actually, I think in the 5th generation is where they really pushed it. They really like pushed this idea of you should go and catch this Pokemon because it's nearby to take on the new gym leader. Because they're super effective, but yeah, you should be able to, you know, figure it out. So here we go, double battles. Oh, I love double battles. They're such a cool addition, aren't they? And it seems like they're the best in this generation. This generation definitely has something up on all the other ones because they have all these double battles and they're done really well. With Pokemon Pearl, unfortunately, because of the pacing of the battles, they just felt a bit sluggish and a bit like, you know, it just took forever and you just couldn't be bothered. But with this game, it does seem like it's the 1st generation that introduced them, I'm guessing because of the graphics. You know, it does seem like it's an idea they always wanted to do, you know? Like how Yoshi was meant to be in the original Super Mario Brothers, but because of graphics it didn't happen. But anyway, Gummy is evolving. Very exciting stuff. And some of you are already going to know what it's going to evolve into. It's I should stop making that noise. There we go, Dustox, which is the one I wanted to get. I'm not sure about specific differences between if you had the other one, Silcoon, that would have evolved into Beautifly, so you want to be aware of that in case you wanted a Beautifly instead of a Dustox. But I wanted a Dustox because I think they're cooler. I just like them more. And it learns Confusion straight off the bat. Very good move, by the way. Well, Confusion becomes a pretty terrible move, but at this point in the game it's really good and really handy to have. You know, psychic moves generally are. And of course, because it's a Pokemon game, another tradition of the Pokemon series is to find a random fisherman who will then battle with only Magikarps. They always seem to do this, it's crazy. So pretty much it's free XP because Magikarp can only use Splash, and Splash doesn't do anything at all. Nothing happens. That's what the game tells you. Nothing happens. So really, this is a really good spot to train up any Pokemon. You know, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they keep it in each time. So it actually, you know, so if you're trying to train up a weak Pokemon, say you got a level 2, you can then like send out your level 2 Pokemon, take out all the Magikarp and level up quite a lot, really. Magikarp don't really give you that much experience, but it's still good to know. It's still cool that it's there. It's kind of handy. It's kind of nice. So we're almost there. I don't think we have any trainers. It seems a bit pointless having the sign there, seeing how the city's literally right there. I'm sure if this was the normal world, you could just slightly look up and see this massive city, just rather than just staring at the ground. Just oh, that makes so much sense. Like, we didn't need this sign. So I came to the city, and as you know, I haven't played this game in years, so I wasn't exactly too sure what to do. But a good rule of thumb is to go straight to the Pokemon gym, you know. Yeah, because that's what you're trying to do here, according to everyone else. Apparently you've always dreamed of it because your dad does it. You might have been a carpenter if you didn't get forced into Pokemon, but whatever. So this gym, as he just explained, that guy's going to be in every single gym and you're going to be able to talk to him, but it's not too useful again. The advice is kind of vague, and at least in the 5th gen they gave you water, you know, to hydrate. But so yeah, as you can probably already tell, this is a rock type gym. Again, I talked about this in Pearl about how I didn't really like the fact that the first gym was a rock gym because it just felt like a big rip-off. I wasn't aware of the fact at the time when I was doing that LP that the 3rd gen had this, you know, the first gen's gym, god that's hard to say than you would think, is also rock type as well. But I don't really hate this gym because it's kind of short and easy like it's supposed to be. But again, I mean, I don't think there's as many trainers in this place as the other one, and the pacing of this game is a lot better than the 4th generation, mainly because you get to the gym a lot quicker. I mean, if you go back and look at my Pearl LP, you'll see how much time it actually took to get to the gym. So yeah, I was kind of happy that I was here, and the pacing is so much better that I wasn't really annoyed about it, you know. Like in Pearl, you had to do so much stuff just to get to that very first gym that by the time you got to it, the fact that it wasn't the most original gym was a disappointment, and I was like, oh, is this it? But with this gym, you get there quite quickly. There's no messing around trying to find the gym leader in a mine, for goodness sake. And then you get a normal battle, and then you get a double battle, which is really cool, you know. Your second double battle ever, and it's in a gym. It's just you know, they just did it really well. So I've got Gummy and I got Kips, and Kips leveled up, and that's actually all the trainers we need to defeat. And as you can probably tell, we don't really have time to take on the gym leader. So next time in Let's Play Pokemon Emerald, I will be taking on the very first gym leader and hopefully getting my very first badge. So if you like this video, well, like it and subscribe. I've been Honest23, and goodbye.